Hello friends, let us now learn some few points about neonatal screening. Okay, so neonatal screening is actually the second level of prevention. So, the most common neonatal disorder which is screened is neonatal hypothyroidism. The most common neonatal disease that is screened is neonatal hypothyroidism. Other disorders like phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, congenital dislocation of hip, uh, G6PD deficiency are also screened. Then phenylketonuria is screened with the help of Guthrie's test. Guthrie's test will help in screening of phenylketonuria. This is the first screening test which is developed in neonates is Guthrie's test. Here the blood sample is collected by heel prick of the baby at 7th to 10th day of life. Because why do we do it in 7th to 10th day of life? Because it is negative in first 2 to 3 days of life. Because it is negative in first 2 to 3 days of life, we will collect the blood sample through heel prick of baby at 7 to 10 days after birth. Then this phenylketonuria, this Guthrie's test will not just detect phenylketonuria, but it will also detect other diseases like galactosemia, maple syrup urine disease along with phenylketonuria. So Guthrie's test will detect phenylketonuria, galactosemia, maple syrup urine disease. The chemicals detected in Guthrie's test are phenylalanine, phenylpyruvate and phenyllactate are detected through Guthrie's test. It is a semi-quantitative test. So this test has now been replaced by tandem mass spectrometry. So we do tandem mass spectrometry instead of Guthrie's test. Then we have to learn some points about neonatal hypothyroidism. Okay, the most common cause of congenital hypothyroidism is iodine deficiency. For this iodine deficiency, for finding out this neonatal hypothyroidism, the blood is collected from cord blood and we will measure T3 and T4, both are measured simultaneously. And if there is any deficiency, then we should give daily dose of thyroxine by mouth is given to the baby in order to control the hypothyroidism. Then let us learn some points about geriatrics. When do we call geriatrics? What is the age of geriatrics in India? Geriatrics is the age group of geriatrics in India is more than 60 years. Most common health disorders seen in geriatrics is cataract is the most common health disorder seen in geriatric population. Most common cause of death among Indian geriatrics, that is age group more than 70 years, is cardiovascular disease is the most common cause of death. Okay, then we will have to learn few points about the child replacement facilities available in India. So in the child replacement facilities, first we have orphanage. Orphanage is for those children who have no home and who cannot be taken care by their parents, that is orphanages. Then we have foster homes. Foster homes are available for rearing the children other than in natural families. For rearing the children in other than natural families, we have this foster homes. Then we have adoption. Adoption is adoptive parents have rights and responsibilities similar to their natural parents. Okay, that is adoption. Then we have bostels. Bostels are mainly for boys of more than 16 years who are difficult to be handled by in a certified school. Then the bostel sentence is given for the age of 3 to 5 years. Approximately it is given for 3 years. The main aim of this is to provide welfare and rehabilitation of young offenders. For welfare and rehabilitation of young offenders. Here in bostels, good education, training and moral influence is given in bostels. Then the number of bostels in India are 12 bostels are present in India. These are governed by State Inspector General of Prisons. These bostels are governed by State Inspector General of Prison. Okay, then we have Bombay Bostel School Act. So in Bombay Bostel School Act is for 1929. Here in this Bombay Borstal School Act authorizes the first class magistrate and superior courts to pass the imprisonment. The imprisonment for these children are given by first class magistrate and superior court. So boys of age 16 to 21 years and girls of age 18 to 21 years are given this Borstal training for 3 to 5 years of age, not less than 3 years and not more than 5 years. They should be given imprisonment for 3 to 5 years of age. Then we have something called as remand homes. So what do you see in remand homes? In remand homes, children are placed under the care of doctors, psychiatrists and also well trained personnel. In remand homes, children are placed under the care of doctors, psychiatrists and other well trained personnels. Then that is about the remand homes. Then children in difficult circumstances. Children in difficult circumstances include homeless children, orphaned or abandoned children whose parents can't take care of them, children of prisoners, children of sex workers, children affected by conflicts, children affected by natural disasters, children living with HIV or AIDS, children living with terminal disease, children with disabilities and special needs, children in institutional care, refugee or migrant child, trafficked children, working children in prostitute or child in bondage, girl child, child belonging to ST, SC and minority, child victims of crime or conflict with law. So all these children are called as children in difficult circumstances. Then if you see about the congenital disorders, most common congenital disorders are cardiovascular system and nervous disorders. Then most common birth defect in North India is neural tube defects or spina bifida. Neural tube defects or spina bifida is the most common birth defect in North India. Most common birth defect in rest of the India is musculoskeletal disorders. So most common birth defect in North India is neural tube defect or spina bifida, whereas most common birth defect in rest of the India is musculoskeletal defects. So this is about the this ends the chapter of school and children, actually child. So thank you guys for watching my lecture. In the next class we will learn about one more new topic. Thank you.